Not the zone, but from the zone. We are going to be announcing a major competition. I need a better balaclava than this. I need to add a little bit of mystery to the channel, but this one sticks to my face a bit too much. So I need like a bandana. But yeah, we're going to be announcing a competition tonight to celebrate us hitting 30,000 views. We've got Boy Wonder FPV down in the chat. I'm not going to keep this camera on me all night, but I am going to make a better solution so that I can talk a little bit better. And then when I do, we will have a better bandana and we will have a camera on my face all the time as I'm talking. Harry M Photography down in the chat as well, along with Boy Wonder. Who are you, Boy Wonder says. Harry M Photography says hello. Bro looks like a scammer. I don't think I am a scammer, but mainly because mainly because I just give stuff away, and I'm announcing today that we're going to be giving away an FPV drone with a controller and goggles for free. And all you have to do is watch this video for a little bit and find out how. But yeah, I've got a custom bandana printed on the way. I want to add a little bit of mystery and intrigue to the channel. I do it with the gloves, and now I'm doing it with this, and it's created quite a stir. Quite a few questions have been asked, so I'm going to wear it for as long as I can. But once we've got a bandana, it should actually make talking a whole lot easier, because this is actually a bit of a nightmare, because it keeps, as you can see, going in my mouth. Although these will be available, but I'll probably wait until the bandanas come out, because they're a lot easier to speak. And yeah. So how is everybody on this Sunday evening? Are we excited for the competition? And I keep moving it. There we go. That might be better. I hope we're all excited for the competition. We are giving away an FPV drone, FPV goggles, batteries, and a controller, all in one for you. So when you receive it, you'll be ready to go. You won't need anything else. Harry in Photography says he's doing quite wonderful and he's very excited. Glad to hear it, Harry. Thumbs up. How's the weather over there in the US of A? Here in the UK, I've had batteries charged all day. I've tried to fly several times, but unfortunately, the weather has just not allowed us. We've also got squad and quads caps as well. But yeah, anyway, yeah, it's just not allowed us. We've tried. We tried hard. Boy Wonder says exactly the same. It's been a nightmare weather-wise. We have tried, but we'll try again tomorrow. And the next crash test should be the Nazgul as well. So I know that the crash tests have gone down really, really well with you guys. And I'm hoping that the Nazgul will be the next. Tad bit of snow and a bit of wind, but very cold. No wind, but just very cold. Sorry, my glasses had fogged up a little bit, and as you can see, I need a haircut. Well, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Bit of snow. Bit of snow's not too. I don't mind snow as long as it's not snowing. I quite like flying in the snow. It makes everything look a little bit different. It makes me feel like I'm flying somewhere else other than where I would normally be flying. So I don't mind that at all. Yeah, quite like that. But hopefully your Itzy Evo will arrive soon as well, because I know you've been waiting patiently for it, and I'm going to imagine that's going to be with you anytime soon. I need to wipe these glasses again. Drone Racing FVM says hello. How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. Come in, take a seat, enjoy. We are going to be giving away, or we're going to be announcing a giveaway of a drone this evening, and it won't require you to do much more than press a few keys on a keyboard. Be it an on-screen keyboard or an off-screen keyboard. But we're also going to talk about all the drones we've reviewed this week, because I have been asked the question on numerous occasions, which is the best one? And although I don't feel like I can answer that fully just yet, that's going to require its own video next week, I think. And that's not just me dragging it out for the sake of dragging it out. I do think it is going to require its own video because it's quite a complex subject. I can at least give some thoughts and opinions on the ones that I have reviewed already, and where I think they stand, and also where the channel's going next soon as well. Ian says hello. Hello, Ian. Come in, take a seat, take a weight off, kick back and enjoy, and get involved. We are going to be announcing a competition really soon as well. But yeah, we've got the Gep RC Vapor D5 coming. I think it's a D5. It might be the D6. We've got an iFlight Nazgul 04 coming. We've got the Jumper Bumblebee coming. We've got a brand new radio from Jumper, which I don't know if it's been announced, but that's on its way over to us as well. We've got the GEP-RC Moz 7 review that we're going to finish this week, weather dependent. We've been looking for some excellent locations to fly it rather than just making it bog standard and boring, but the weather's just not played ball with us for the past few weeks at all. And then I've just seen a message from Cub at Lex telling me that Flywheel have just announced that the 04 version of the LR4 has just been announced. Hopefully Flywheel will be really nice to me and save me having to buy another drone and will actually send that to me. Since I've done such good work for their Fly Lens and Flybe, and I say good work, I've been honest about it, let's be fair, but I have put a lot of work into those videos. And if I see another battery strap that's designed with a TPU mount like this one, in my life, I will absolutely scream. I cannot abhor this battery strap. It is a nightmare. So if the LR4's got one of these battery straps, I'm just going to crash it into a wall. Maybe, but probably not. So let's spin this camera around because I think you've all seen quite enough of me. Mr. Parkin, hello, sir. How's it going? Come in, take a seat. Yeah, I'm going to spin the camera around now and we'll have a look at some of the drones. We'll discuss what we've been doing this week and we'll discuss where, like I said, where the channel's going and what we're going to be doing next. And then we'll announce that competition. So, and as always, if you guys have got any questions whatsoever with regards to, you know, anything about your drones, buying drones, fixing drones, upgrading drones, drop them in the comments down below and I'll do my best to give you a hand while I'm here on the live stream. So let's spin that around and let's just remove this and remove this just so I can actually see properly again. So this is, what is this? This is the Happy Model Mobula 704 and this should have been an incredible quad. But the QC issues really let it down. Any new pilots wouldn't have quite realised that that was such a problem being stuck in there. Gento, evening, come in, take a seat. Welcome to the club. And what I was saying about on the review about the design of this, basically when you crash this, it then pulls on that UFL cable. And there you go, look, I've just managed to pull it out now, just by literally pulling on it very, very slightly. So I have got some E6000 and that's going to get put on it now. And that's going to get fixed up because that's a nightmare. Only drones in the house. Welcome, sir. How's it going? Boy Wonder, could you pass me that white Tiny Whoop drone that's out there, please? Because we need to talk to Only Drones about that. So we have had lots of questions asked about, do I think the Meteor or the Mobula is the best one, or is it maybe the Fly with Flybe, or is it maybe the Fly with Fly Times, or is it even the Pavo Femto? And the truth of the matter is, I took this out today and I absolutely thrashed it. But the problem with it is I broke it and it's not mine, it's Only Drones. So I thought I'd tell him live on stream. No, I didn't really. It was raining all day today. What I am going to do tomorrow though, and do you know what? When we look at these in isolation between the two of them here, like the difference in size, I hope you didn't have a kitten then, Only Drones. I hope you didn't start to cry or anything. The difference in size is really small. So you would think this being a 2S and this being a 1S would make a massive difference. And from memory, when I flew Only Drones as, what's it called? Meteor. And then when I flew, I'm just trying to turn these scales on. These scales, man. I bought some really nice looking scales, but they're crap, they don't work. Absolute nightmare. Right, let's just turn that on. Right, so the Meteor is 52 grams with a battery. And that is 65 grams with a battery. So it is quite a significant difference. In my opinion, I think I'm probably right from what my memory said. My memory said that essentially it was very, very close, very, very similar. And when you look at the weight differences there, I think my memory may well have served me correct, because when you consider the differences in a percentage, and then you consider one's a 1S and one's a 2S, I actually think, sorry, this is really bad camera work tonight because I'm moving stuff around as I'm talking. I really do think that I'm probably right, that these two drones are probably really, really equally matched. Where I think the Mobula will probably win out is in battery sag, because as good as that is, and from a flight characteristic point of view, I think that is just as good as that. I don't think the battery life of that was anywhere near what that was. So that's where I think I'm at. And obviously I'll take them out tomorrow if the weather's okay. And I won't put them too much through the paces, only drones. But I will fly them back to back, and I'll just sort of see if I'm right. But I do think, is it Beta FPV? It says Zontivid. Yes, it's a Beta FPV Meteor 75 1S. And that is a happy model Mobula 704. What did you need to tell me, says Only Drones? Only Drones clearly didn't listen to the fact that I've trashed his drone today, did he? Luckily, it was a joke, so you couldn't, yeah. But the joke's not funny twice. It's only funny the first time. So, yeah. I genuinely think, sorry, Only Drones. I genuinely think when you compare these two drones, performance-wise, they are very, very, very similar. Like, really, really similar. I think where the winner will come from, as I'm being asked constantly, I think where the winner will come from will probably be the happy model. And it'll be because it's a 2S. And for that reason and that reason alone, I think flight performance, because of weight, power to weight ratio, etc., is going to be, as I remembered it, pretty much exactly the same. So that's where we're at with that. I tried to Zontiv said I tried to contact Beta FPV for Cetus X kit, but they don't reply to any messages. How much is the flight time differences? So right, I think. Oh, so Zonti, I'll come back to you in a second. Only Drones, I think, from memory, because if you remember me telling you it was really windy when I was flying this, so I was being careful with it for you. I think I struggled to get like 2.5 minutes, because in the review I remember saying they say that you should be able to get 5 minutes without an issue, and that's a laughable fallacy. If you're flying inside or in perfect conditions, maybe. I think I was getting about 2 to 2.5 minutes, and that was with the battery really clinging on. Like, I didn't push your batteries to the nth degree like I would do with mine, but I think that's what we was looking at. With this, on a 550, I was getting 4.5 minutes without even trying, and that was doing some pretty crazy freestyle stuff. But that can perform exactly as well as that can perform. I think where this wins out is that 2-cell. And it will last a lot longer. And I think that's ultimately where we're at. But I'll be able to find out in the morning, because I will fly them in the morning after I do my morning thing at the place where I normally do my other morning thing. That's not cryptic at all, is it? A Parkin says, I got the Mobula 8 and just upgraded to the 04. Yep, the battery compartment is rubbish. The battery compartment of the Mobula is not good. Zonti, I'll come back to you in 1 second. Don't go. The battery compartment is not good. I can't even fit a 720 mAh in there. It's not good. With the Mobula A, I actually jerry-rigged an extra strap onto the bottom, but it just flew like such a brick. It was awful. It was awful. But thank heavens for small mercies, because if we're talking about poor battery straps, then that, sorry Flywoo, I hate it so much.
Example of a battery.
Is the worst example, isn't it? Yeah. I love Flywoo so much. I think some of the stuff they do is amazing, but this battery solution is just trash, guys. Sort it out. I'm not happy in the slightest. Anyway, right, Zonti. So, first of all, Zonti, you've prompted me. Let me know that you're still there in the comments. You've prompted me to announce something a little bit early. But what we have here is a Beta FPV Cetus X kit, and this is what we're going to be giving away. Now, I'll come back to it in a minute. With regards to your comment about they don't reply to emails, I had a guy drop me an email last week saying that he had a problem with his Meteor, and that he'd sent them a few emails and they didn't get back to him. I've got obviously a rep, because I do work with Beta FPV. I've got a rep that I can reach out to and speak to direct, and I explained this to that person, and that person did say, we do have a problem with our emails. We get thousands of emails every day, and it is physically impossible for us to be able to catch up. So some do get missed, but we are trying our very, very best. So I appreciate it's stressful and I appreciate it's frustrating, but what is it that you wanted to contact them about a CSX kit for? Because maybe I can help, or unless you want one for free, I don't know. Let me know what you actually want to contact them for, and maybe I can help you with that. Only Drone says fire, and A Parkin says mine. Well, at the end of the day, I assume it's Mr. Parkin. It could be Mrs. Parkin. Maybe he's gone. Yeah, I don't know where Zonti's gone. Just reading his message, I don't know why he'd need to contact them for a CSX kit. Or why don't you just buy one? I'm not sure. Ninja says, my Meteor 75 is only getting 2.5 minutes on a 550. Yeah, that's exactly my experience too, Ninja. And I think that's why, from when people ask me from a flight performance envelope point of view, I think they're both very, very similar. But I think the winner ultimately is going to be that Mobula, because that Mobula will go 4.5 minutes before even breaking a sweat. Nathalie says, here for the real question, which drone out of the three is the cutest? I think without any shadow of a doubt, it's the Flyby, isn't it? I think if we're talking drone cuteness, I mean, it's probably going to get a bit weird now. Well, that's an absolute cutie pie, isn't it? Yeah, I did say it was going to get weird. I did warn you all. Yeah, out of all three, the Flywoo is the cutest. You know, that's the one you can take home to your parents and say, you know, this is my forever love, or something like that. I don't know how people are getting 5 minutes flight time. Ninja, I don't think they are, if I'm totally honest with you. The 5.5 minute flight time is quoted by Beta FPV. And I think, see, I don't actually have one of these. I borrowed this off Only Drones. But I think if I was to hover that, Zonti says, are FPV glasses compatible with every camera? No. But if you're buying a C2X kit, then the ones... No. Yeah. Then the ones in the kit are compatible with the C2X, yes. But they're analog goggles, so they wouldn't be compatible with any of these. A Parkin says, you said free giveaway, LOL. Yes, I don't know what I said to make it sound like I didn't. Sorry, I'm not sure what I said. Nope, the Avion 2. Yes, the Avion 2.5 is the best looking. I completely agree. But the question was, out of these three, which is the best looking? And out of these three, in my opinion, it has to be that Flywoo. What I also like about this Flywoo as well is you can change that camera. So that's black. And Flywoo have got all different colours. So you can even accent it and add a different colour. That's how much of a tart I am. Ask Only Drones. I am an absolute tart. Ninja Watcher says, I saw one guy getting 5 minutes flight time and he changed his props. Not sure that's a reason, but it must be. Did he change them to bi-bladed props? Because bi-bladed props will give you a lot less power and a lot less punch. Will give you a lot... I'm not sure what Zonti's talking about. Will give you a lot less power and a lot less punch, but they'll give you a lot longer flight time. And was he also flying it quite... What's the word I'm looking for? Softly as well. Zonti says, well, how can I increase my camera's quality when I'm modified? What do you mean increase your camera's quality when you're modified? I do apologise. I'm going to try and help you as best I can, but I'm not quite sure what you mean. To increase your camera's quality on analog, realistically, you need either a better camera or a better set of goggles with a better set of antennas than what comes in the kit. The kit is designed to get you in the air. It's not designed to be the best quality. It's designed just to get you in the air and get you flying, getting a bit of freestyle, and away you go. But do let me know exactly what you mean. If you're looking for the best quality, Zonti, what you need to do is buy one of these 04 equipped mini drones, be it the Happy model, be it the Beta FPV, or be it the Flywoo. It doesn't matter which one, because they all have the same camera system inside them and the same quality. I mean the CSX's quality. You can't increase it from it's analog FPV, and it outputs in 480p, so you can't increase it to 1080p or 4K. What you would need to do is you would need to buy something like this, and then a set of, say, DJI N3 goggles, and then a controller such as the Jumper T15, or the Radio Master Boxer, or the Radio Master Pocket, or the Bumblebee, or the new one that's been sent to me by Jumper. Pocket. I say I don't like the Pocket, but I'm gonna thrash all the drones next week. So Nathalie says HQ props 3-bladed 45mm. He threw medium, not hard, but also not that soft. Can somebody? You probably can't link it down here. Can somebody reply to the review of this with that link of that video?
I'll do it.
Yeah, but you don't know what the video is, mate.
Of that video?
No. Somebody's saying that they found a video of somebody flying it for 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Never mind, boy wonder. I believe he changed them to some Gemfan tri-blades. Pretty aggressive flying. I saw his settings and he was flying 1080-10 with 4.3. I'll send you the video. Thanks, Ninja. I don't know if it'll let you send it to this chat. Sometimes it blocks it, but if you can send it here, that'd be brilliant. Right, Zonti. So, if you want something better than 480p, then the Cetus X kit is not for you, because that's an analog drone with analog goggles. If you wanted to then increase that to 1080p or to 4K, you'll need to add something like the DJI 04 or the 1S Walk Snail. But to do that, you'd need to buy a whole new set of goggles as well. So the Cetus X kit is probably not the kit that you want to buy if you're looking for better quality than what is available. That said, I am going to be giving away a Cetus X kit, and we'll go through what's in the box very, very shortly. Tomorrow morning, if the weather is okay, you guys all love my crash tests. They get such a great reception. I'm going to crash test a 6S iFlight Nazgul Evoke. This is not the cheap Nazgul. This is not the Nazgul Eco. This is the full Evoke Nazgul, and it's getting absolutely crash tested tomorrow. Aaron says, "Yo, I thought those were bigger." That's what she said. Ninja said, "Okay, I'll respond to your video. Looks like the link isn't going to work like that." That's a video of just 5 minutes. I'll send you the video. Yeah, I appreciate that, Ninja. I've not seen any links drop down on here, so if you could just reply to the actual review of the Beta FPV Meteor, and I'll pick it up from there, and I'll take it from there, and I'll see what I can do. But that's really interesting, because if he's able to get 5 minutes by changing the props on that, that should then mean if we change the props to the same props on this, although they are slightly smaller, but there'll be a bigger version, we may actually be able to get even more out of that. Aaron Thomas says, you say average price? Average price what? Sorry, buddy. And Ninja Warrior says, nice, I'll watch the video. FPV and all. What do you mean? What do you mean, Aaron? Sorry. Are you asking what the... Connor Clark in the house. Everybody, I want you to give Connor Clark a massive round of applause. He's got himself a job and a driving license this week. Connor Clark is going places. Zonti says, how much kilometers per hour is your biggest drone speed? Sorry, my bad English again. Your English is absolutely fine, sir. I don't know what is your native language, but you probably speak English better than I do your native language. The most I've gone is 207 kilometers an hour. Aaron Clark, so are you looking for the average price of an FPV drone, an FPV drone goggles, an FPV drone controller, or everything? Turkish. Yeah, I don't speak a word of Turkish, so respect. Aaron Thomas wants everything. So do you want a drone of this size, or do you want a drone of this size? So we'll start going through it now. So this It's 200 quid. He wants it bigger. So you'll probably want, what, bigger? Well, you can't, I suppose you could have a 7-inch. This is a 5-inch. This is generally regarded as the gold seal for freestyle. To get something like this with a DJI O4, which is, you don't really want to be starting with analog because then you're going to have to add an external camera, so you're adding extra money straight away. In this day and age, I would recommend anybody who's coming into the hobby starts with an O3 or O4. That's about 500 quid, give or take. I think it's 500 quid for the O3 and 600 quid for the O4 version. The O4 is a better quality. Then you'll need a set of goggles, and I'd recommend at this moment in time you get something like, if you're going for the O4, I'd recommend you get something like the DJI N3 goggles, which is about 210 quid. And then from a controller point of view, currently this is my favourite, and this is the Jumper T15. It's got a full colour touchscreen. I was pretty close, around 800 USD. Well, in dollars, I think you'll be paying about $600 or $700 for an iFlight Nazgul, and then you'll be paying another $200-300 for the goggles, and then another $200 for the controller. So it's probably about $1,200, I'd say, give or take. These are great to get you into the hobby with transmitter and FPV camera. Do you mean with the new DJI? But yeah, so the $800 is a bit low. I don't think you'll get in for $800 if you're going for the O4. But it's not a bad sort of angle to start from, and then increase from there. But you're probably looking at about $600 for a Nazgul. Although what I'd recommend when Axis flying, Nazgul secondhand with O3 camera and goggles too, 550 quid. That's a really good deal. That's a really good deal. But it is secondhand. And you do have to be careful because there are some pilots that like to crash test their drones, mentioning absolutely no names whatsoever, like me. So you just got to be careful with secondhand stuff. But yeah, that's a really good deal. And then another 130 quid for the Jumper T15, and then you're in and probably in on just about on budget. You could also consider. Nazgul is a tank, mate. No, I understand, mate. I get it. I fully get it. You could also consider the Radio Master Boxer as well. But if you do have small girl hands, like only drones, you could also get a Radio Master Pocket. And they are super cheap. But this is modded to the max. And this, like I said, this is about to undergo a massive extra modification. And I don't just mean the OLED screen. I can't wait to bring you that once I've finished it. Let me just pop that back on the floor. Yeah, the Nazgul. So my first ever drone when I got back into FPV in 2020 was actually a Nazgul. So it was the original Nazgul, not this one. This is the Evoke with all the lights underneath it. So I started, when I got back into the hobby, I went straight in 6S, 5-inch, no messing, bush. And I crashed it a few times, and that's what these drones are designed to do. I'm just trying to plug it in to show you guys. And that's what these drones are designed to do. They're designed to be crashed. But I don't know if you can actually see. We've got lights in the arms. We've got lights underneath. We've got lights in the side. Yeah, this is really good. And I'm actually going to...
If you notice, that light on the bottom is actually the iFlight logo.
It is the iFlight logo, yeah. So that's the Nazgul Evoke. So that's like the top of the range one with all the bells and whistle on. But I had the original, and boy, believe you me, when I first started back in the hobby, I was appalling. And starting on 6S was probably not the most intelligent thing to do. But it made me the pilot who I am today. And yeah, I can attest to the fact that it is an absolute tank. I stopped flying it purely because the Diatone Roma came out and it was a lot lighter. And then I'd learned quite a bit by then. So I wasn't crashing as often, but I was still crashing. And then I just took all the parts off the Nazgul because it was just so heavy. But the new ones don't seem as bad, but they're also, incredibly durable. The thickness of that carbon is unbelievable. And I've had this one apart and actually had a look inside to make sure the QC is okay. Stunning workmanship. But like I say, I'm waiting for the upgrade kit to actually add an 04 to it, and then we'll have an 04 Nazgul Evoke. I'll be excited for that. And obviously we'll have a full review of it. So we'll have a review of it, then we'll have the video of how to upgrade it to an 04, and then we'll have a review of it once we've got the 04 in there. Hooked in the Sky. I'm back now. How are you? I lost my channel because my brother changed it. Now I have 6 subs. Why did you lose your channel because your brother changed it? I'm so confused.
It's DJ and Fishing Mac.
Yeah, I don't understand why he would lose his channel because his brother changed it.
I think it's probably like
Do you mean
account.
your brother stole your account off you?
Maybe change the password.
Yep. Oh wow. Your brother. Well, what you need to do is attach your brother to a drone and take him for a fly in the sky somewhere.
Yeah, attach him to like a giant drone, fly up, disarm it, make sure it's upside down so he goes head first and turn around.
Probably not, mate. Probably not.
Definitely not.
So that's the current state of play. So, just before we get into the details of the competition, I have the Jumper Bumblebee arriving on Tuesday. I'm going to borrow Only Drones as Radio Master Pocket, and I've got the new Jumper, basically rival to the Pocket, winging its way to me from China as we speak. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do an independent review of all 3 of them, and then once I've done that, I'm going to actually do a comparison to which I think is the best for people with smaller hands, basically. And obviously the best budget one as well, because all those 3 are relatively cheap. Ian says, what would you recommend for an 04 Pro Quad with long flight time, maybe a bit floaty, but can still do a bit of mild freestyle sub 250? The Avion RC Nexa 3.5 Evo Pro, without any shadow of a doubt. SOS Death Pilot in the house. Welcome, sir. How's it going? Where is that Avion Nexa? It's right there on that shelf behind you.
Yeah.
So, let me just move this out of the way. Ian, this is the... there is a review of it on the channel. Hopefully you've already seen it. If you haven't, please do go and watch it after this. And SOS Death Pilot has just said, hey, Boy Wonder as well. Boy Wonder is sat next to me, checking the comments. Now, this doesn't come with these LEDs, but I would recommend that you put them on because, I mean, it just makes them look incredibly cool. 420 FPV in the house. Let me just clean that camera. Nope, that didn't work. Let me trim that camera again. There we go. There we go. Look how amazing that is. How's it going, 420 FPV? 420 FPV has just added the coolest, I mean the coolest of splash screens to his Jumper T15. Looks amazing. But Ian, this thing will fly on this battery for over 5 minutes. You can get some incredible freestyle out of it. It's 245 grams with a GPS that I've added and this battery. And amazing, absolutely amazing. With these LEDs, it probably pushes it to about 248. Incredible, genuinely incredible. Only Drones has flown this drone as well, so Only Drones can also give you the noob sort of view of it. It doesn't like that I call him a noob, which means that obviously I'm just going to do it even more. Ian says, I did watch your video and seen you've added a GPS. Yeah, there's a GPS look. Genuinely, buddy, for an 04, this is the best. This is the best. The 2.5 Nexa is more of a freestyle beast. You can fly it for a little bit longer, but it isn't the overall that this is. Doper FPV in the house, welcome. Welcome back, Doper. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, this is the one. If you want something sub 250 that can fly long, fly for a decent amount of time, and also freestyle really well, this is the one. I actually added an LIHV 800 MAR. No, I don't know what it was. What was it? A 2000 MAR pack? I don't know what it was. An LIHV to it. Anyway, we flew it for about 12 or 13 minutes and we had about 60% of the battery left. Now, that wasn't freestyle. That was obviously just cruising, but it just goes to show how well this can do in all scenarios. Hooked in the Sky says, wait, I'll be back. Okay, everybody sit still, wait for him. Best pilot in this chat is Boy Wonder says 420 FPV is absolutely right. Only Drone says better than being a slave. I don't know what's going on. A Parkin says, yes, easier to find LEDs. Those LEDs are from Team Black Sheep. They are $6 each. They are amazing. Amazing. SOF Desk Pilot, what's your favourite drone, says Boy Wonder. Only Drone says, how you been? Oh, right, that's just them two having a loving in the chat. Eagle Eye Shooting, hey brother, thanks for all the videos. Absolute pleasure, Eagle Eye Shooting. I hope you're doing well, brother. And then Ian says, that is so good, thank you. No, you're absolutely welcome, genuinely. If you do end up buying one, all I ask is that when you order it, you'll get an email off Avion saying it's been sent to you. If you can just reply to that and just let them know that I recommended that to you, because I'm trying to build a really good relationship with Avion because I believe their quads are some of the best out there. And I'm trying to really sort of push them and get them out there. I know they want to work with us further, but if anybody does ever order anything from them, if you can let them know it's based upon our recommendations. We get no money from it. I don't want any money. And it's not even about the recommendation, but it's just more about showing Avion RC that it's worth them working with us, because I really do want to sort of get their products out there. This shocked me. This shocked me at just how good this is. To the point of view, you can see it's not been dismantled. I've not taken it apart. I've not pulled the 04 out and used it for anything else. I've not stole the flight controller from it. It's still in one piece, and I'm adding to it because I'm flying it every single day. 420 FPV says, where can I send Boy Wonder a 10 of his camera work? You can add a super chat. Super chats.
You'll just give it to me.
And then I'll just give it to Boy Wonder. Of course I will.
Yeah. You said lol, I don't know.
And then Boy Wonder says, lol, I don't know. Boy Wonder's camera work, by the way, when we are out in the field, is absolute genius. He knows exactly where to point the camera and when. Standard Eyes says, hello, brother. Welcome, Standard Eyes. I hope you're well, buddy. Yeah, Boy Wonder knows exactly what I'm going to do. We have this, like, this father and son telepathic understanding. He knows exactly where I'm going to put a drone and exactly what I'm going to do with it before I even have to say it. Now, we do still communicate, and I do still tell him what I'm going to do and when I'm going to do it. I don't know what that was, mate.
Thumbs up.
Oh, thumbs up. Okay. So we do still communicate, but I don't need to. Like, he's on such a good level. It's amazing. And he's such a great pilot. I actually got him to follow me with his DJI FPV yesterday, and he did so well. And these LEDs just look so good on camera. Really, really good drone. I should have some HQ props coming for it. I do like these, and I do like the colour of these, but the HQ props coming should give it an extra kick as well, while still maintaining that efficiency. So I'm quite excited about that. And also, I'm sick of this rattle, because I am that much of a tart, but you can hear that rattle.
Hey,
We've got a super chat from 420 FPV saying, this is for Boy Wonder. I'll make sure he gets it. You have my word.
Okay.
Boy Wonder's camera skills have been recognised by 420 FPV. Thank you so much for the super chat. It means the world to us. And I'll make sure that Boy Wonder is the recipient of it. And when he buys £10 worth of Haribo sweets and rots his teeth, I'll send you the dentist bill. Now, we appreciate that. Thank you so much. Ian says, I'm going to order one. I'll be sure to let them know I came from here. I really do appreciate that, Ian. Like I say, Avion have got some really special things lined up, and I do want to really help push them. And you all know, when I say push them, only if they deserve it. If they send me a quad that's rubbish, you all know from my reviews, I will call out the littlest of things so that you guys know exactly what you're buying. But if they send me a quad that's really good, I really want to push it, because they are a tiny, tiny company fighting against the big boys and doing so much better when it comes to their binding flies than anybody else. Standardized says, I've just subscribed. I really appreciate that, Standardized. Thank you so much. Boy Wonder says he's got a trillion IQ. Wow.
Infinite IQ, basically.
Infinite IQ, basically. 420 FPV, you've created a monster. What have you done? Nathalie says, what's the main difference between a tiny drone like the Flywoo 16 and one like the Mob 7 or the Meteor? I mean, does the fact the frame change? Yeah, so it does. Ultimately, there's a few different problems. If we just take the Meteor out of the question for a second, because that's a little bit smaller than the Mobular. But what we'll do first of all is we'll compare the size. So you can see, first of all, the Flywoo is actually a lot smaller. It's a 1.6 inch, and the Mobular is closer to a 2 inch. It's not quite a 2 inch. It's an 80mm, but it's closer to being a 2 inch than it is to being a 1.6. So straight away you've got bigger props. Then the other difference between these particular two is that this has got pusher motors, look. So the motors are mounted upside down as opposed to being mounted on top. Now, anecdotally, some people say that makes freestyle flying a little bit better. I don't think it makes it any different.
Maybe it does, I don't know.
Maybe it does. I don't think it makes any different, in all honesty. But that said, in all honesty, the difference with this is, and Boy Wonder can attest to this because he said it as soon as he started flying it, this is really light and really floaty. And this is quite heavy and quite planted. So while this is safer for flying indoors and around people, this will freestyle a whole lot better because there isn't... These ducts essentially disrupt the airflow. And whilst you can still fly and fly really well with it, as you've seen, you can fly even better with this. Boy Wonder FPV just changed his channel name to Albert Einstein FPV. 420 FPV says, you're both legends. Did you manage to sort out your binding? If you haven't done it yet, don't worry. But I hope that video helps. I've just pushed a video out to everybody to help you guys with bind phrases. Hello, little Wonder FPV at the door. To help you guys with bind phrases because people are struggling with ELRS and binding and things. So hopefully that will help you guys. I have seen on plenty of... This is not related to anybody that's asked me for help. But I have seen on plenty of Facebook groups people actually saying, I want to quit FPV because I'm so stressed with trying to get ELRS to work. And I get it. I was there once too. And like I said to 420 FPV last night, there's been times where I've wanted to give up or I've walked away for 2 or 3 days because it stressed me out so much. But if we just go through it in bite-sized chunks, and the next video I'll have in that series will be something along the lines of, you know, how to flash a firmware update for ELRS. It's not as difficult as you think. The problem is you look at everything in the bigger picture and it becomes like really difficult for you to cope with. And I do get it. I genuinely do. 420 FPV says, I'd rather watch this right now. I appreciate that, brother. Nathalie says, thanks, mate. I really appreciate that. Nope, my pleasure. The one caveat I'll say is if you are interested in something like the Flywoo, personally, I would probably go with the Flywoo Flybe 20. And that's purely because it's got bigger props, a little bit more authority in the air, and those bigger props will offer you a little bit better efficiency on your flight time. We've done the Flywoo Fly Times 20, which is basically this. I don't have it here, it's upstairs, sorry. But it's basically this, but with like ducts on the edge here and then a bit of TPU. And that does disrupt it a little bit, but that flies really like a toothpick. So I suspect the 2-inch version of this will just be absolutely wild. Boy Wonder FPV says, I forgot to say thank you to 420 FPV. Yes, thank you, 420 FPV. A Parkin says, TBS is the way to go. It's so easy to use. So, Mr. Parkin, I assume it's Mr. Parkin. I apologise again if I've misgendered you. I understand what you're saying. I started out with TBS. Everything on my quads when I started back in the hobby in 2020. Club Alexandro, welcome. Club Alexandro was welcome. Sorry, I've forgotten how to speak. was TBS. And then ELRS came out and I thought, I'll try one quad. And I switched over one quad to ELRS. And within 3 flights, I'd ripped out everything TBS I owned. I've still got my TBS module. I've still got a couple of crossfire receivers. But ELRS is so much better once you get used to that learning curve. The problem is, brand new pilots to it, jump into ELRS because it is the best. It is better, in my opinion, now than Crossfire. Crossfire was the gold standard for years and years and years. But in my opinion, ELRS has overtaken that now. The problem is the learning curve to ELRS is such a pain. It is a genuine nightmare. And what I'm trying to do is just talk people through that step by step to avoid people getting stressed and rage quitting, basically. But that said, I can understand why people would rage quit. So Nathalie says, I'm really interested in the whoops because I like flying close to people. It gives me the tickles.
don't.
I just wanted to know what I'm missing out of it. So if you're going to be flying close to people, realistically, I would probably use something with ducks on it, because what will happen invariably is, somebody will stick their hand up, or they'll try and grab it, or if you make a mistake and you accidentally hit somebody, you don't want to. Exactly. Just one second, mate. Just one second. So you really ideally want something with ducks, and realistically, you need to do all the changes I've done to this. But once you do, this is probably going to be the best 04 one. As we can see, when I was showing you guys, I don't know if you guys were here at the start, but I was showing you just how easy it is to pop this antenna off, and all I did was apply a little bit of pressure to it, and it came straight off. So a little bit of E6000 on there when I finish this live stream, and that'll be fixed for tomorrow. And it should never pop off again. But yeah, I'd recommend that over the Meteor. The Meteor's good fun, but even without flying it, now I've spoken and gone through it. I mean, I have flown it. I mean, without flying it back to back, sorry. I think realistically, the flight time of that is just too low versus this. Once we've increased the idle speed, once we've updated the ESCs, and obviously once we've moved that ELRS antenna out, this is the one. It's just a shame Happy Models QC has let them down with this. It really is. But it is what it is. 420 FPV says, Boy Wonder, you're very welcome. You help your dad so much, you deserve it. And that he does. He really does. Boy Wonder FPV says, lots of emojis. Thank you, 420. Luca says, what's better, the Mobula or the Meteor? And Marcin says, hello. Standard Eye says, I'm charging my 1S batteries right now to fly the 04 Meteor 75 Pro. Excellent. In all honesty, Luca, if you are flying outdoors, I would say the Mobula. For a few reasons, flight time being the major one. The second point to note is if you're only ever going to fly indoors, then the Meteor is going to be better for you because it's that tiny little bit smaller. Standard Eye says, I really enjoy it, but it's my first tiny whoop, so I don't know about others. From an 04 point of view, the Meteor 75 Pro is really, really, really good. It's, like I say, when you fly it outdoors, it just doesn't have the flight time of what the Mobula has. The Mobula just has a lot better flight time outdoors. And then obviously the Flywheel has the performance of freestyle. 420, I have said to Boy Wonder as well, in the morning we're going to crash test the iFlight Nazgul Evoke. So I have said to him before school, I'm going to let him film that because he loves getting involved, and I think it's important that we that we nurture the next generation of pilots, because we're not here forever, are we? And if we can pass it on to them, then that's what we should do, and that's primarily why I sort of started doing stuff like this. There's a lot of people that gatekeep this hobby. When somebody asks a question, Lucas says, can you make a video of how to bind the DJI goggles V2 to the 04 Lite? I don't think it's compatible, is it? I don't think. Boy Wonder FPV, can you Google? Doper FPV has gifted 5 memberships. Doper FPV is an absolute legend. Thank you so much for gifting those memberships. We've got the Good Shepherd Adventure Printing, Grim FPV, and Pedro and Flip. Yeah, boy, thank you so much, by the way, Doper. I really, really do appreciate you gifting those memberships. Oh, sorry, I had to pause then a second because it was raining and I thought the house was falling down. It sounds like it's hailstone. Club Alexandra says, I hope your next fly will be the Explorer with the 04. I am going to speak to Flywoo and just see if we can cut some sort of deal, because at the minute I don't have any spare funds to buy another drone, but I do really want to review that LR04.
What do you want me to
So can you Google DJI goggles V2 and 04 Lite compatibility? I don't think they're compatible. From what I've seen, I don't think they're compatible. Waiting for the smallest 65 2S 04 whoop. That's the days, Marcin. That's what we're all waiting for, buddy. A 65 mil with a 2S with an 04 is going to be amazing.
Got some news. Yes, it is.
It is compatible. DJI goggles. V2 are compatible with the 04A unit Lite. However, you'll need to... Okay, so first of all, standardised, it says you need to update your firmware. So just make sure you've updated the firmware on the goggles.
Steps as well.
Okay.
Put that on there, people.
What I'll do is I'll make a video tomorrow. So I'll update in fact, I'll update Boy Wonder's goggles because my goggles are hacked with the WTF OS or hack. Standardized says W gifted. Doper FPV says no problems, bro. Doper, listen, I really genuinely appreciate your support to the channel. It's amazing. Only Drone says V2 to 04 equals no, but Boy Wonder has just Googled it and it says yes, so I'm going to double check. Hooked in the Sky says I'm back. Only Drone says V2 don't work on 04. Hooked on Drone says, did I miss anything? Just people gifting memberships. Adventure Printing has joined the chat and is now a member.
Shall we put this on the screen to show?
No, what I'll do, I'll check it tomorrow.
Okay.
So, standardised, I'm going to check it because Boy Wonder FPV is saying it is compatible and Only Drones are saying it isn't compatible. So I need to double check.
Screenshot of it.
And Harry M Photography says the 04 Lite is only compatible with the goggles 3, N3, 2 and Integra, which was my understanding too, Harry. But what Boy Wonder's shown me is actually the goggles V2, so I need to double check. Martin says, you're awesome with your videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hooked in the Sky says, ooh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Harry's right. Steve-O FPV, welcome to the chat. Steve and I have been talking on Instagram over the past few days. Welcome into the chat. Hope you're doing very well, sir. But yeah, Doper FPV has also, and I'm going to explain this in a future video, Doper FPV has also donated a quad muley frame to the channel as well. So Doper FPV is really putting in the hard yards to support this channel. He's given away memberships a couple of weeks ago. He's given away memberships today, and he's also given away a frame to us. So Doper FPV, everybody, make sure you go and follow him because he's an absolute legend. Make sure you follow Boy Wonder as well because he's amazing with his camera skills, and then follow Only Drones as well because he's locked up in my basement.
Also, you might only had 417 subscribers.
Yes.
Now I have 422.
Oh, nice.
So I've gained quite a lot of subscribers.
Nice.
I think I can check who.
Call FPV says, question, is the Meteor 0475 good inside? Yes, it's easier to fly inside than the Mobula is. It's a bit of a chunker to fly inside, but it's more than doable. Lucas says, what is a memberships? No, try again. What is the benefit of a membership and how do we get one? So Luca, memberships will cost you $1.99 a month. You just need to click on the membership button at the end. If you're on iOS, I believe you've got to go to the Channel Viral website to do it. I believe there's some law in America that doesn't allow it to happen. It costs $1.99 a month in UK pounds, so I'm not sure what that is in your currency where you are. And in it, for every review video and every major video that I put out there, I will shout your name out in every single video. I'll also, whenever I make a video, if I've got time to do it, I'll push that video out to members early as well. So later on tonight, once I finish this, I've got a video that I've just finished today, and that's going to be members only about how to flash different tunes and tones to your ESCs. Members will be able to view that for 24 hours, and that'll go live tomorrow. Wherever possible, I give members back as much as I possibly can. But the main benefits, because it is only $1.99, it's like the lowest possible price I can set. You know, I will shout out your name in every major video in the community spotlight and wherever possible. There are some videos, like I've got a video that I filmed in December that can't go out because it's embargoed, so that has to go out to everybody at the same time. But wherever possible, you'll always get, you know, a minimum of a few hours early viewing before everybody else sees the video, which means you can get your comment in for the community spotlight as well. Steve-O says, I'm looking at the other two as well. Only Drone says, thanks. Steve-O says, 75 and the Flywoo. Standardized says, I fly mine inside. It's very fun. 420 FPV says, go Doper FPV. And Doper FPV says, I'm going to start uploading videos soon, but I'll warn you, I'm still learning. Let's be fair, Doper. I'm still learning as well, buddy, so don't worry about it. 420 FPV says, God, I need a membership. Well, it's $1.99 a month, buddy. It's not expensive. Go join. Get yourself shouted out in every video, and you'll get early access to the video that's going to go live to members tonight about how to add different tones to your drones. And in fact, I'll give you a little bit of a quick preview about what tone we've added to this drone. 1 second.
Don't make it too long though.
So that's the tone that we added on the video. So if you want to know exactly how to do that, the video will be pushed to members after this. It's $1.99 a month to join, and everybody will be able to see how to do that. And it's dead easy. And the video is less than 5 minutes. It's so easy and straightforward. Standardized says excited to see the video. It's going to go live. It's going to go live to members within a few minutes of me finishing this video. It doesn't have a thumbnail, it doesn't have a description yet, but I'm going to push it straight live to members as soon as this is finished. So if you want to see it straight away, join as a member. It'll cost you just $1.99 a month. I'll also shout out your name in every one of the review and major videos that we do.
I'm going to stop in 4 minutes.
Soon, yeah, soon. We've got a lot of major videos coming out. We've got Only Drones on Air. I've got loads planned as well for some theatrical videos. So you might want to join as a member. Nobody has to. I don't want to force anybody to, and don't feel that you need to. You will be able to view that video in 24 hours. But if you want to view it tonight and get those tones on your drone tonight, then join for $1.99. Right, what are we giving away? A Parkin says, bye all, got to run. A Parkin, I'm just about to announce what we're going to do for the giveaway. Leave a comment on this video saying, I don't know, think of something to say quick. I don't know. Chat, let me know what the phrase that pays should be. But ultimately, I need you to leave a comment on this video. So not in the live chat, but once the video's finished and uploaded, you can leave a normal comment. Chicken nugget, there you go, that'll do. Everybody needs to leave the comment chicken nugget in the comment section once this video is uploaded. I'll give it, say, where are we now? What's the date today? So I'll give it till the second week in March, so like 3 weeks for everybody to leave the comments, and I will pick one person at random, and this is what you're going to win. So you're going to win a set of Beta FPV analog goggles. I'm sorry, I can't give you the memory card. Only Drones knows why, because I always forget memory cards. So these are, you know, they're decent. They're not the best in the world, but they're decent. They'll do exactly what you need. Then we have an ELRS Beta FPV controller. Again, it's not the best controller in the world, but it'll get you into FPV and in the air.
I mean, it feels quite nice though.
It is quite a nice controller. I've flown a lot worse that cost a lot more. We've then got the original canopy, and we've got a 450 battery here. And then what have we got over here? So here's the drone. Now, I will warn you guys, it is extremely well used. I did also add a 3D print to this so that you can put on it a Runcam thumb or Hawkeye Pro or anything similar.
I mean, you can just unscrew it.
Cadex, yeah.
Just put like
you can unscrew it if you want.
a very light.
If you want to unscrew it, you can unscrew it and put the original one back on. It is extremely well used.
As you can see, it's doing loads
But
of
it,
crashes.
but it fully works.
Loads.
So this was used. Let me give you a story. Everybody sit down, put your feet up and listen to the story. This drone was originally used as the very first drone that I reviewed seriously on this channel. Now, the review wasn't very good in comparison to what the reviews are like today, but it was the first serious review I did. And I realized when I did that, actually, I really want to do this. Then I passed it on to my other son, Little Wonder FPV, who'd never flown FPV in his life, and he learned to fly with this. Again, it's had lots of crashes, it's had lots of beatings, but it still flies exactly as it did when it was new. It's a 2S, it's lovely and powerful. Probably wouldn't fly it inside, because it's probably a bit powerful to fly inside. Yeah. Take it out to a field, put on the goggles, get a hold of the controller, and learn FPV with something like this. One, the chance of you damaging it is pretty low. Trust me, this has been smashed into trees and everything, and it hasn't broke. The other thing is it's under 250 grams. It's really lightweight. You've got everything included in the carry case. It really, really is an easy way to get into FPV. And I'm going to give it away for free And all you need to do, once this video is fully uploaded, is leave a comment, chicken nuggets, in the comment section, and I'll pick one of you at random in the middle of March. And it's as simple as that, as easy as that. It's all bound, all the switches are set up. You won't have to do anything. I need to find the charger for it because the charger's not in here. But you won't have to do anything with it at all. It'll just be a case of charging it up and flying it. And you can own a piece of YouTube history.
Is it one of those rechargers?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. So yeah, I don't consider myself to be a famous YouTuber. Some people might want to get hold of something that I've reviewed in the past. Who knows? But like I said, this is a thing that started me on the road to where I am hopefully headed to. So maybe one day I'll be a famous YouTuber. For now, I'm just squatting quads.
You will one day.
Dog Whistle has left chicken nugget in here. It needs to be in the main video. So once this video finishes, YouTube will upload it like it's a normal video. And once it's uploaded like a normal video, I need you to leave a comment that way rather than in the live comments section. Hooked in the Sky says, I wasn't here. Why are we talking about chicken nuggets? I'm not going to lie. I like them. That's the code word that you need to leave if you want to win this drone, controller, and goggles. 420 FPV says, my little brother would like that. Love that. Steve-O FPV says, you're on your way. 420 FPV says, haha. And Dog Whistle says, thumbs up. Keep it up, says Steve-O FPV. Steve-O FPV, I really appreciate the support that you've shown. Doper FPV, again, thank you so much for gifting those memberships. And of course, 420 FPV, I'll make sure that Boy Wonder gets his tenner to rot his teeth with plenty of Haribos for you. Really, really do appreciate it.
It's not true because I'm trying to save up a lot of money.
Yes, he's trying to save up a lot of money. What are you buying? Some goggles N3? Nazgul?
I want to keep it as a secret from
Oh. In your next live, could you make it full screen? Yes, I will. So what I've been looking at today, Luca, and this should hopefully help for the next one, is I'm going to run it all through the PC, and I'm going to have a camera on me, and then I'm going to have a camera on what we're doing, and it's all going to be full screen, and we're going to have overlays and stuff, and I'm going to make sure it's as professional as possible, because there's not much point in me doing all these professional video reviews and professional edits if my live streams are then amateur. So yeah, I agree with you, Luca.
Notice you have two DJI microphones.
I do. Standardized says, need an OBS tutorial. Yep, you and me both, buddy. You and me both. I know how to use it. I'm just not sure how to design a... Just one second, mate.
Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, I don't know how to design the overlays and stuff for it, so that's something I'm going to need to work out. If anybody does want to be a member, like I say, please do join up now. I'm going to push that video out immediately, even without a thumbnail and description, so you guys can instantly. Only Drone says, thanks to everyone who subbed to me. I don't know if that's a joke or if Only Drones has just got a load of subs. Hopefully he's just got a load of subs, because now he's going to have to go back into the basement and stay there for another week until he services a required moderating the channel on the lives. I'm going to push that video out straight away. Doper, you've been amazing. 420 FPV, you've been amazing. Everybody else, you've been absolutely amazing. Once this video uploads, leave the comment chicken nuggets in the normal comment section. Give it a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and I'll pick a winner and send this out. Oh no, Only Drones says, nah, it's a joke. Everybody subscribe to Only Drones. Without Only Drones, I couldn't have done half of the stuff that I've done on this channel. So please make sure you subscribe to Only Drones. Guys, you've all been absolutely amazing. I'm going to leave the live stream here for this week. So until next week, you've been amazing. Peace out. See ya.
Bye-bye. See you later.